question. The mindset is a big part of it. I think. Um, how do you keep it there? Because it's easy to get like disrupted and like get disturbed, especially in this business because there's just so much going on. It's just busy. First of all, it's there's a lot of different moving parts to it when it comes to like employees, customers, underwriting, relationships for referrals and stuff. There's just a lot of moving parts. Um, Keeping your mind in the right place is super important. What I do is, first off, it's like kind of what I was saying with like the morning routine, like having a good morning routine. So setting your day up the right way and like starting the day in the right way. And I think also just keeping like a grateful mindset, like kind of reminding yourself that you should just be stoked that you're even in business, like that you're even here, like having this opportunity to work on these accounts and like even getting those shots. Like, I just lost that deal. I'm just grateful I had that shot. Like there's agents that get those once every month, um, and also, I mean, then stacking up the wins, like, um, there's a certain level of like confidence that comes with your successes that kind of stack and build up. But also doing the right things, like training, like you got to do the right things so that your mind's in the right place. And then, because you can't just convince yourself constantly that you're like dialed in on your sales. You can't just be constantly convincing yourself that you're healthy and your mind's sharp and you're doing all the right, like that reinforcement of confidence comes from doing the right activities on a daily basis, like not getting drunk the night before work. Like if you do that, like it's just gonna be in your head, like I shouldn't have done that last night. Like stuff like that, where waking up early, hitting the gym, like even if the gym in the morning, like you didn't even have a great workout, like knowing that you showed up and went and doing, yeah, so just um, executing on the activities and just showing up, dude, like doing the work kind of reinforces the mindset and gives you like that confidence. And then also controlling your emotions, being grateful instead of like being anxious and like fearful and worried about all the things that could go wrong or have gone wrong. Like in sports, they say it a lot too. It's like some of the best players, they have very short memories. They have very short memories because they maybe just missed like the game-winning goal or the game-winning shot or the game-winning hit, and you can't think about that the next. It's a new game. It's a new sale. It's a new customer. It's like we're fresh. Everybody we talk to, every phone call that comes in is a new opportunity to talk to someone new, and that's the first time they're hearing you for the day. So revitalizing your energy, keeping your mindset in the right place, being grateful, and doing the right activities will reinforce your confidence. Doing the training, like just making sure you're dialed in. Most importantly, just being stoked and being grateful and just being happy that you're even getting the chance and to play the game. Because at the end of the day, it is a game. Like if somebody called you and was like, "Hey, your mom's in the hospital," like that would be like the worst thing ever. Like that just shifts your perspective quickly. You know what I mean? Versus like all those deals and all those things you're like worried about just completely go out the window. Like they don't matter. So just being grateful you're even getting to play the game, and like when shit hits the fan and stuff doesn't go right and you lose in $100,000 deal, at least your mom's all right, at least like everyone else is good. Like just know that it's a game and you're just playing the game, and like be the best you can be at it. And the funny part about that is like when you look at it from that perspective, it gives you the right energy, it gives you the right mindset so that when somebody does call in, you're just in the right vibe to win those opportunities and be the best version of yourself. So by focusing on the stuff that could go wrong and like that did go wrong and all that stuff is actually attracting more of that into your business, into your life. So really just be aware. I think the number one key is gratitude, like being grateful for just everything. Like, I'm just grateful for this desk. I'm grateful for this espresso I just drank. Even having the phone, you know, like I kind of love that phone. I'm grateful for my team members. I'm just chatting them right now. I'm grateful for this deal that I have sitting on my desk. It's like a pretty good sized deal. Could make me a good commission. I'm grateful the business hasn't blown up yet. Like, we made it past the 2-year mark or 3-year mark or 4-year mark where they say like most businesses go out of business, where we didn't go out of business. Like, dude, everything's just going well. When you look at it like that, like, I could easily say it from a totally different perspective and be like, damn it, dude, like all these other agents are at $10 million book of business. We're not even close to that. Like, it's been 4 years. Like, what's going on? Why am I not doing it? Like, my team needs to pick it up. Like, they need to start making more sales. Dude, I'm just losing all these deals. And like, dude, I'm losing a ton of deals. Like, I lose so many deals that people have no idea. And like, that's why it's funny to me when I sometimes talk to like friends or family or like my girlfriend or whoever, and they'll like get down on like a loss, some loss that they took. And I was like, dude, oh my gosh. I lost like 12 deals that would have made me like 50 grand this week, you know? And all I know is that like, if I'm swinging for those shots, we're in the right place. It's kind of like the saying, if you're not getting bloody, you're not in the game. So if you're not getting beat up a bit and you're not losing, and you're not taking some L's, that means you're not even playing. You know what I mean? So like, you got to get in there and just get beaten up a little bit. You're not even fighting. If you're not even like, if you don't have a little blood coming out of your mouth and your nose, that means you're not even fighting. So those losses, I look at them and I'm like, hell yeah. Each one of those, like, obviously we're not trying to lose these deals, but each one of those losses, I'm like, boom, one more, give me one more, give me one more, give me one more. And I know that whenever I have like a couple big deals that I'm juggling at the same time, I'm like, one of these babies are going in. One of these babies are going in. Let's go. So I really start hyping myself up. And then I tell myself that too. And then usually it does. It's rare when I have like 5 good deals sitting on my desk and like none of them go through. That's a heartbreak a little bit, and there's definitely something I might have done wrong. There's no way that that's luck. Like, there's a certain level of like luck in this business, but it's kind of how they say, the harder you work, the luckier you get. So you juggle those balls, juggle those great opportunities, and you work them hard, and you're dialed in mentally, like being grateful, studying, practicing your closing, your sales, always learning, reading the books at night before work, planning out your day, executing, being a little bit sharper than the other guy, just being on top of it, being the follow-up, being extra sharp, being on, communicating well, doing those extra little things that all just add up and add up and add up and add up, and then boom, they start to close. Everybody thinks it's like you have to have this one perfect pitch. It's not about a perfect pitch. It's not about a perfect like deal or close. That is really important. Like, yes, that's a super important part. But like, for example, the deal I just lost, like I lost that because of a lack of follow-up. I went on vacation. Like, I have to take full accountability because I left for 10 days. And I passed it on to somebody else who was in and out of the office, and it was just, we lost that because I didn't follow through. If I would have followed up with that the next week, would have been a deal, 100%. We would have probably kept that client too for years. Probably would have been a good client. I'm just taking accountability for it. I'm not gonna like lie to myself and say like, oh, like that's on him. Totally, like the little things that added up, the follow-up, the communication, the close wasn't there, like, is what it is. But ultimately, going back to it, just being stoked that you're getting to play the game. So, yeah, there's a beauty of, I think, being in sales too. Like, sales is a business where, or just an industry where you get direct results from your activity and efforts, which I personally think that if I was in anything else, I would lose my mind. Like if I had a salary, I would lose my mind. I need to see results based on how hard I'm working. That's just my style. Like I need that. And some people need the opposite, because there's a big downside to it too. Like if you don't work and you don't execute and you don't practice and you don't close and you don't do the stuff, you're not going to make money. So you're going to be broke. So some people are the opposite. Like they need the security to make sure that they know that they're going to get that money. And even then, like those people, I'm sorry to say it, but you think you're secure, but you're not really secure, because that business could go out of business, go bankrupt, and they're laying everybody else, everybody off when the recession hits, and then you're just as good as me. You're down there too. So I'd rather have that upside potential, and just really go for it, and control the controllables, because I'm betting on myself. Like it's betting on yourself. That's really what it comes down to when you go into sales. Like you're betting that you're gonna be bringing more value, that's gonna be worth more than just some salary that they're gonna pay you at a company or a business. So how do I do it? Meditate, stay in shape, physically, spiritually. Also a big aspect of it is just believing and like trusting God that good things are coming to you, and like the world is really on your side. Truly believe that. I think when I'm out of touch with my spirituality, I think things tend to not go my way. I think when I'm in tune with my spirituality, I think everything lines up perfectly in like divine, crazy ways that are unexplainable to me. So mind, body, spirit, boom, get those three figured out, and then you should be good. That's a good question.